Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining my co host Mary and I for another Spiritual Learning Thursday. Every Thursday, we go over a different topic. After we play the video on the topic, we'll take any questions that anyone has and we'll try to answer them the best that we can. If you have any ideas on what you would like to learn about in the next upcoming videos, please leave a comment. We will be with you shortly. If you would be so kind as to take this time to give a like and share out the video, it would be greatly appreciated. Sit back, enjoy the show. Thank you so much again for coming.
Thanks for the share out. Deborah, I was wondering, you changed your name. I said, I don't remember that person having a wrench. But then I'm like, oh, it's Deborah. How are you, Deborah? How are you, Scott? Hi, Eli. How are you guys doing?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. Hi, Scott. Hi, Dak. Is
Scott,
that Debbie?
here that'd be a whole bunch of money. It wouldn't be cheap. That sub sandwich and chips and a drink would be like $15.
Oh, that's Deborah. Hi,
more.
Deborah. Yeah, it's not real cheap. It's probably cheap as far as being, probably one of the cheapest meals out there. But it's not really cheap. None of it's cheap anymore. Hi, Eli.
I'm doing well, Eli. Thank you. Yes, we're continuing our spiritual Thursdays. She didn't want to cook. Well, sometimes we do that. But usually when I don't want to cook, you know what I eat? It's terrible, but I eat it anyway. I have mozzarella with tomato and sometimes spinach if I have it, some onion, roasted pepper, and I put balsamic vinegar, and I just eat like a whole bowl. And that's what I eat when I don't want to cook. Hey, Evie, darling.
I don't know what I'm going to have. My son was packing today. He threw out a bunch of stuff, man, that was old, that I guess groceries that we just had, and that it was outdated. I hate doing that, but it was a big old tote full of food.
Oh no, you got too much.
But, well, it's not me, that doesn't cook it. So I mean, I can't help it don't get cooked. So I mean, it wastes. But it won't anymore because I'll go through it.
Yeah, that's why I don't like getting a whole bunch of fresh food.
Hi, Abby.
Anymore, because it's only me and my son. And
well,
my son doesn't cook. If it's frozen in the freezer, it's okay. I don't care how long it's been in the freezer. If it's in the freezer, it's frozen. It's good.
Well, as long as it don't have the.
Hi, Carrie.
If it's not freezer burnt, it's good. But if it gets freezer burnt, it gets thrown out because that's not good for you to eat.
I don't think really fruit. I don't think fruit gets freezer burn.
Fruit or food, anything in the freezer can get freezer burnt.
Oh, well, the fruit usually, if it's sealed, in the bags, it's
Yeah.
fine. It doesn't get,
Mhm.
we don't eat meat here, so
Right.
there's no meat in that freezer.
Still, though, if you put like pasta or anything in it that you put in the freezer, it can get freezer burnt
Oh
at
yeah,
some
yeah.
point. But
Oh yeah. No, I don't put any of that in the freezer. It's usually like frozen fruit, ice cubes, which I don't care if they're freezer burnt. Ice cubes, frozen vegetables in the bag, and frozen fruit. That's about it. Sometimes plant-based burgers and stuff, but we eat them before. There's not enough of them in there, to not eat them before they go freezer burn.
Eli,
Yes, it's nice. It's gorgeous
um,
outside. It's nicer than
I ain't said
yesterday.
nothing
Was
about
chilly.
I ain't said nothing about being on my knees. What are you talking about? I get rug burn. If it doesn't hurt to get rug burn on my knees. Being on my knees. I don't even know where that coming out of left field from Eli. I'm not getting on my knees. I got too much arthritis in them. And I'm 60 years old, Eli. I don't think it's gonna be happening. Too hard to get back up.
Well, but yeah, the only way you're doing that is if you get on. Hey, Kim, if you get on the floor to wipe something off the carpet and
I
decide you
can.
want to get up,
Right? I mean,
because that has happened to me. I gotten on the floor to scrub something, and I'm like, shit, I can't get up.
and you're like, now what am I gonna do? Yeah,
Yep.
been there, done that. I was wrapping Christmas presents, and I decided to slide off the chair and sit on the floor and just lay it all out. That it would be easier to do it that way than it would be to try to do how I was doing it on a stool. So I thought I'd just move the stool and I sat on the floor. I thought, I sat there so long. I'm like, okay, how am I gonna get up? Can't
Yep.
get on my knees. How am I gonna get up? This is the stupidest thing I ever done. So I tell myself. So I took my hands. It's when I, was able to do it. And I bent my knees up and I pushed my hands on the couch upwards where I actually picked myself up and sat back up and scooted as much as I could and sat back up on the couch.
Yeah,
It was a chore, but I did it.
that's right. Nope, that's what happened to me the other day. I went. I was going to see my grandmother, and I was so mad because I had made something. I don't know, last year, the year before. I really liked it. It was a globe, and it had, candle in it and whatever. But anyway, it was sitting there, and I was moving things around because I wanted to put the Halloween stuff up on the thing. So I was
Uh,
moving the Halloween stuff out, and put the Easter stuff over there. I have to move everything. I don't have a lot of room. Anyway, I knocked down the globe. It shattered in
Hi,
5,000 pieces.
Gary. Go ahead.
5,000 pieces. And so I said, okay, well, I can't even get on the floor to clean this up because it went under the counter and everything, the table. So I said, okay. So I said, I'm going to put the pillow on the floor just in case there's glass. I'm going to kneel on the pillow. I'm going to take my little brush and I'm going to get under the table. I'm going to, like 15 minutes, I was there. My son's not home now. I'm supposed to go to my grandmother's, to the nursing home. And all of a sudden, I'm like, shit, I can't get up. Thank God the chair was behind me. So I leaned up, I get the chair. I put the chair in front of me. And I leaned up on the chair to get up. Oh, my back hurt so much. Tuesday was a terrible day. Anyway, by the time then I had to
I
walk
will
all
have
the
to
way to
say,
grandma's and back. I was not a happy camper.
I have to say that it's not fun being down and can't get up.
No.
I was in the shower. This is the last time I took a shower without a shower chair. I was in the shower, and I'd been going through treatments. I went through treatments for like 12 weeks. And, I felt okay. I felt fine, actually. And I get in the shower and I'm going to take a shower and I'm going to go with my best friend. She want me to go with her. So I'm getting in the shower, going to get ready to go. And I literally like passed out or something. I don't know. I blacked out or whatever. Anyway, I went down and I come to enough to. I threw my arm up, and when I threw my arm up, it saved me from my face hitting first. And I probably would have. The paramedic said I would have broke my neck
Mm.
because I wouldn't have had enough room to keep from it. He said you most likely would have broke your neck, and he said it could have messed you up for life. Anyway, so I'm like, I hurt my arm, I hurt my knee. I had one leg out of the bathtub. How that happened, I have no idea. But anyway, so I'm trying to get just to sit up and get my head together, and I can't get up.
Mm.
So, needless to say, to get out of this bathtub, we had to call the paramedics, ambulance people, whoever, come get me out of this bathtub. So I told Frank, I said, go get me a nightgown. I was like, I'll put something on me. I was first, I'll dry off and I'll put my nightgown on me, and at least I'll have some clothing on. So, I'm not out hanging out with everybody.
Yeah.
So they come and they put a gate belt around me up underneath my arms. And one, he stood in the bathtub and braced his foot on one end and put down on the tub where I was at. And the other guy was on the other side and they were going to pick me up. Well, once I got, when they just lifted me up just a little bit, I stuck my foot up and pushed myself up and stood right up. He said, now that was easy. He said,
Yeah.
we thought we really going to have to lift you. He said, we didn't do nothing. You did it. And I said, well, I just needed that oomph to get myself up.
Yeah.
I said, it just wasn't easy. I just couldn't do it. My arm wouldn't let me. I couldn't push up because I hurt my arm. So that's why I couldn't push myself up out of the bathtub. But that's
Well,
embarrassing.
at least he was able to get you a nightgown on because
Right.
that
Well, it
would
was
have been terrible.
embarrassing. I got the nightgown on in the bathtub. I said, it was a short one, but at least I was covered up enough to where my booty wasn't out there. But I don't get embarrassed anymore like that because not around healthcare people because I've been through surgeries and this and that so much that I don't care who sees what.
Yeah.
You know, you just don't care anymore. you know. But anyway, I was fine through it. Ain't
That.
got to break my neck or nothing like that. But at least that still works. The neck does.
Yeah.
Nothing else works right, but that does.
Well, we're still with our little technical difficulty, guys, but I have the other camera. We're gonna play it like last week. We're gonna go over. We've been going over the last few weeks different spiritualities, practices, and from different
I
places
didn't
and
get my
religions.
bed fixed, by the way.
Oh, nice.
But I'm not in there till after we move. But anyway,
Oh, yeah.
go ahead.
So last, so we started with Teo Ch- Teo Ch- Teo Te Ching is
Yeah,
the first one. Hey, Diane. And then last week we did Tibetan Buddhism, or what we call it Tibetan Buddhism because it really isn't Buddhism. It's their whole spin-off of Buddhism. It's their religion mixed with what the Buddhists brought over after they already had some religion in place. And then this week we're doing Hellenism. And Hellenism is um, mainly from the Mediterranean. It started off Greek, but now it's spread, and it really is a widespread philosophy religion. I say it's a philosophy religion because there's nothing written. Everything's been passed down from ancient times and practices and families, so it's nothing's written. So technically, I don't know that it could be a religion, but they consider it a religion in Greece. Um, so yeah, we're gonna go over that today. I work in healthcare, and we don't see a person with no clothes on. What we see, what we have to do to help someone. That's right. That's right,
Yeah,
Abby.
I know, Abby. I worked in healthcare too for 35 years. You see everything and anything at times, but you have to, and it's just something you do. It's not like you're looking to be looking, to get anything out of it. You're just there to help that person, and you get a mindset that that's what you do.
Except
So
when
I get
something
it.
really funny happens. I'm sorry, Terry. My mother's best friend. She's up in heaven somewhere.
Hi,
Uh,
Diane.
but I'm gonna tell you a funny story. I'll tell you one funny story before we start. Hey, Doris, love, how are you, sweetheart?
Yeah,
Um,
because it seems like people are coming in. Hi, Doris.
so my mother's best. She was really heavy. I'd say she was between 400 and 500 pounds at the time, right?
Uh,
And she went to the doctor. She was going to the gynecologist. And before she went in, she had to go to the bathroom. She's
uh-huh.
out of the bathroom, and she's looking all over the place. There's no toilet paper. When you sit, you have to go to the bathroom so bad you
Right,
pee and
right.
fuck. There's no toilet paper anywhere. So she was digging through her bag to see if she had a Kleenex, and she thought she found the Kleenex, and she wiped herself, and she was a happy camper. She goes, takes clothes, sits in the on the table there, then with the legs spread, and the doctor looks, puts the gloves, gets the tweezers, and he's pulling stamps. And she's like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "Why is there stamps down here?" And she's like, "Oh my god." She's like, "There was no toilet paper in your bathroom." And I thought, I found toilet paper, but she found a roll of stamps, I guess, and
She
that's what
is,
she wiped
she done
herself
put
with.
mail
She was
order
trying to mail
out
herself somewhere. But I'm sure that doctor told that story to everybody he came across.
there. She was mailing it off.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, I've never heard of that one. I've heard of a lot of things, but that is the first one I've heard of that.
Yep.
That's funny. My brothers worked security at the hospital, and they had seen all kinds of stuff. People come in there with bottles stuck there, um, just weird stuff. And this one guy come in there, and he had a he he literally put a gerbil, and he couldn't get it out,
No, of course not.
and it was running around in there. It's God can feel it, I guess. I don't know, but I don't. It's some stupid shit, man. I'm telling you, people do some crazy stuff.
People do crazy stuff. She wasn't trying to put the stamps on her, but it
Right,
just
right.
so
I know.
happened
I know it was on her napkin, and she didn't see him.
she didn't see him.
Sound like something my mom would do.
Hmm.
She'd probably stand there laughing at me now
To
because I
fuzzy
said
navel telling me, Doris.
that.
Yes, Eli. Well, there was this one couple, this poor couple. Oh my God, so embarrassing. And they were young. And they lived next to my mother's best friend, the stamp lady. That hospital
Hi,
must
Charlie.
have seen some crazy crap. Hey, Charlie. So, they put those things, what do they call them? The IDUs,
Yeah.
so that you
Well,
don't get pregnant. That's what they're called, right?
right. IUDs.
IUDs. Okay.
Yeah,
So this was
I think that's what's called
this
IUDs.
was
Yeah.
like 20 years ago. I don't know. They weren't as good as they are now, right?
Right.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. So this young couple, she had that. They were doing it. Well, it slipped, and his pee-pee got caught on it.
Oh well.
And he started to go down, and he couldn't take his penis out of her because now it's stuck on both of them. They had to call the ambulance. The ambulance had to take them out on top of each other. He's screaming. Oh my God. The whole neighborhood was outside. That was something else too. Mm-mm. Yep. And that's all these things that happen to people. This is why I
I
do none of
know, it's
this
crazy.
stuff.
Yeah, I know. They
I
funny
do
story
none of this
about
stuff.
that.
The
Them
doctor was
being
like, "You
stuck.
should have one of those." I'm like, "Go screw yourself. That's never going in me because nope."
Well, there was a couple here that got stuck too, but I don't know. I don't know what the reason was. I just know that they were stuck together, and they had to go to the hospital. Now, I don't
That
know if he used something that they thought they were using lubricant and it wasn't, or what. But
oh
I don't
no.
know. But my brother said they've seen all kinds of stuff that way. It was crazy. They said the amount of stuff they've seen.
Yeah.
But anyway, we better get back to what we're
We
doing
better
here.
get back to it.
We got
Oh,
sidetracked.
we got sidetracked. Yes. From stamps
Sidetracked.
to craziness. It's all Eli's fault. All right.
Yeah, Eli
Poor
started
animal,
all
but
that.
lesson learned, hopefully. Yeah. Mm, Nobody's doing that again. Okay, so here we go. So let me see if I can spin you babies around. We're gonna listen to the video and then settings. hmm Uh, oh, it's pretty good. You could see it. It's pretty good. You could see it. Not too much glare today. And I think it's the right way. Okay, let me just move that over so I can move this way. Yeah.
You need to put your screen large.
Oh, yes. I just
Okay.
wanted to get it in focus without making people
All
dizzy.
right. Well, I just let you know. You need to.
Because I'm like, I don't want to make people dizzy.
All right.
Because I got to move it a little. So, you guys, what do you think? It looks good, right? Yes. Great. Okay, now layout.
Yeah, it looks fine.
Okay. There we go. Good. Good enough. Good enough. Hey. Okay. I would have liked to get you a little closer, but I think that's as close as we get. All right, here we go. I'm going to mute myself and we'll watch the video. I can't type because my both phones are being used, obviously. We're low budget today. So, Mary, you could type. I think Mary could type. So,
Okay.
Mary.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mary will type
Yeah,
if
if
you
I
guys.
can. If for some reason I get kicked out, I'll be back in. But
Okay.
yeah, I can type.
All righty. So, Mary could type. I can't. So, here we go. I can't mute. Hello and welcome to another spiritual learning video. Today we're going to go over Hellenism. It's a modern religion that is primarily centered around polytheistic and animalistic worship of Greek gods. Hellenism involves worshiping the Greek gods, including the 12 Olympians, spirits of nature, underworld deities, and heroes. They also honor their ancestors, both physical and spiritual ancestors. Hellenism teaches that people are accountable for themselves, society, and other people. The Hellenistic period was a time of spiritual revolution in the Greek and Roman empires. When new religious movements emerged, the old ones were transformed. This period began with the conquest of Alexander the Great and lasted until Rome conquered Greece hundreds of years later. Hellenism refers to the spread of Greek culture after Alexander the Great's conquest in the 4th century BCE. This spread of culture impacted the Eastern Mediterranean and transformed other cultures. Hellenism today is a system of thought and spirituality that shares a culture and values. Hellenism has a common tradition of rituals, language, and literature. Pagans have reconstructed this religion. They've called it Hellenemos. It's a reconstruction of the ancient Greek religious path for modern pagans. The aim is to honor the gods in the same way that the ancient Greeks did. Many Hellenic religions were open to anyone, and most of the temples and shrines were accessible to those who wanted to worship, sacrifice, or consult. Hellenism is closely linked to philosophy. Philosophy offered alternatives to traditional religion. Hellenistic philosophers were influenced by classical thinkers like Plato and Aristotle, but often came to different conclusions. Hellenistic philosophy was concerned with issues such as mortality, faith, pleasure, pain, and the ideal of life. Hellenism may be rooted in the history of the Greek people, but it is a part of humanity's shared heritage. Fun fact for you, the first known use of the word Hellenism was in 1609. Hellenism is the practice that involves the worship of Greek gods and spirits, and is characterized by a variety of practices, including honoring the gods through prayers, hymns, and offerings. Many people in the Hellenistic world practiced magic using charms and figurines to cast spells or to deter misfortune. A complex system of Hellenistic astrology developed, which sort of determined a person's character and future based on the movements of the planets, moon, and sun. They would also consult oracles throughout the Hellenistic world. During the Hellenistic period, they believed highly in dualism, with people seeking to escape from the world and ascend to another world of freedom. Hellenismos was the Greek term used by the Roman Emperor Julian. He was one of the first figures to attempt to revive the religion after the advent of Christianity, to refer to the traditional religion of the Greeks and to all those who embrace their religious culture. It is in this religious, inclusive sense that we reclaim and use the word today. Primarily a devotional or votive religion based on the exchange of gifts, offerings for the gods, and blessings. Hellenism has a highly developed ethical system based on the principles of hospitality and moderation. Do you want to be part of this religion? In the ancient world, one learned to worship the gods by being born into a Hellenistic family or by participating in the public religious culture and the Hellenic community. Today we understand that a Hellenist as one of a person who honors the gods and goddesses of ancient Greek in a traditional manner, that is, by offering prayers, sacrifices regularly, and by celebrating traditional festivals. As opposed to many common pagan religions, in most cases there are no specific conversion rituals, initiations, or oaths you have to swear to. As for the worship and belief system, there is no book-based system. Unlike most faiths, Judaism, Christianity, or Islam, most ancient religious ones were not revealed. Therefore, they have no single authoritative text that they believe to be the word of the gods. Instead, they base their theological beliefs and ritual practices on three sources: the works of Homer and other ancient writers, mainstream scholars' research on ancient religion, individual spiritual experience and intuition. The majority of them believe that the gods are individual beings with distinct personalities and wills. They believe that it is possible to form relationships with the gods and invite their goodwill through worship and prayer. The format of the worship is relatively fixed, although certain festivals require variations and additions. The usual components are as followed: a procession, purification, hymns, sacrifice or offerings, prayers of supplication and thanks, feast, and on occasion, games and competition. The rituals consist of circle casting or other ceremonial mosaic elements, raising of energy, or magical work. One important thing before entering into a ritual is that you are expected to cleanse yourself of miasma. Miasma, or ritual impurity, is a normal product of our mortal activities, but tradition teaches that we must purify ourselves before approaching the altars of the gods. Childbirth, sexual activity, and contact with death all are products of miasma. Miasma should not be confused with sin or mortal taint. It is simply a temporary state which is natural for mortals, but which can separate us from the gods. Their purpose of worship and rituals are strictly devotional in character, focusing on securing the goodwill of the gods. As for the sacrifices, in ancient times, the Greeks sacrificed animals, as did virtually every other religion at the time. But even back then, some Hellenists objected to blood sacrifices. Today, few, if any, sacrifice animals to the gods for various reasons. Instead, they offer things like grain, fruit, wine, and incense. Food items and clothing may also be collected, blessed, and donated to food banks and homeless shelters. Those who live on a farm or who hunt for food may choose to dedicate the animal's life to the gods, just as traditional Jews and Muslims eat ritually butchered meat. Still, some people that follow Hellenism are ethically opposed to animal sacrifice, and indeed the eating of the animals under any circumstances. So they choose to be a vegetarian or have a vegan diet. In addition to public festivals, some Hellenists observe a regular monthly cycle of holy days with private devotions. Many carry out regular rituals at home in honor of their favorite deities. In ancient Greece, baby blessings, weddings, and funerals were usually handled by the families, not the clergy. Some Hellenists continue that tradition today in modern times. The family is still the home base of Hellenism, and each individual is responsible for his or her own relationship with the gods. No special training is required for an individual to perform the basic offering rituals. It is common for group rituals to be led by the most experienced person present, or the host if in a home, or by someone who has a special dedication to the deity being honored. The most basic value of Hellenism is piety. Piety means a deep-rooted personal commitment to the traditional worship of the Hellenic gods and a life of action to back up that commitment. Thank you for joining us for another spiritual learning video. If you like this content, check out our playlist Spiritual Learning for more. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing and turn on the notification bell so you can be notified every time we put out a video. We'll see you again next week. Yay! Let's change this layout. And let me turn around the camera. So what did you guys think? I think most of us may follow that kind of with the deities and stuff. Hey, Sammy.
Hi, Sam. Hi, Jen. Hi, Eddie.
Hi, Jen and Eddie.
Jen.
Hello, Kirian. How are you? Thanks for coming in, guys. Yeah, that was It very interesting, Kim. So, and more. Not only, like I said, not only do the Greeks follow it, the pagans remastered it and made it their own, like modern kind of stuff. So they do that too. Um, and they call it Hellenismos. Hellenismos. And the so not only do the Greeks follow it, um, and now people who are you know spiritual people of nowadays, that you could pick whatever you want to pick. There's a lot of people who go with that because it's easy to just, especially if you believe in deities and gods and goddesses, to follow that philosophy, religion, that kind of thing. So, oh, today we're not doing readings, Kyrian, only Wednesdays. Today we're just doing spiritual information about what we did or any other, what we've done before. But mostly just we do spiritual stuff today, but not reading. Sorry, honey. I have a Facebook link, and if you want like a full reading, you'll have to Facebook me. And then I can on Messenger, I can give you a personal reading. I can send you a little video clip. I can give you a personal reading if you need one. Marriott has gotten worse. Everybody has seen him. Seen who?
They moved, and they moved into a haunted house.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. You know what? Haunted houses are easy to unhaunt.
Is he doing anything to y'all? I mean, if he's not doing nothing to y'all, I wouldn't worry about it.
No. I mean, if he's just walking around this house. But Sammy, you could always ask him, and I tell everybody this, you guys, my family.
That's what I told
Ask,
her. I said, just tell him to chill out and leave everybody alone. If
yeah,
he's bothering anybody, I think you'll be all right.
ask him if he wants to cross. Well, I do a crossover 4 times a week.
I told him that too.
Tonight's one of the nights, so
to
you're
tell one of the spirit
welcome.
guides to take him to you.
Yes, just tell the spirit guide. If he's good, he can come here, because if he's not good, the
I'll
protector will
send
smite
Jacoby
him.
over there.
Other than that, they can come and I'll cross them.
I'll send Jacoby over there, and he can tell me if there's anything really bad or anything going on over there. If there is, we can go from there. I'll send him after a while.
No one will leave me alone in the house to cleanse it or anything. Oh. Oh, a mimic in the basement. Oh. I'm glad you enjoyed the video, Deborah. Yeah.
You talking about because I'm tapping on the floor?
I don't know. But yeah, if Jacoby goes over there and
He'll be able to tell me.
Mabella can go
Or
with
he
him,
can tell
they
Chris.
can
Yeah,
see
they
what
can.
it is. If he wants to
Right.
cross it, or multiple ones, if they want to cross, they'll bring them here.
Well, let's just go ahead and send them, and then we'll know here shortly.
Uh-huh. Can Mabella go? Thank you. we'll just go with Jacoby. Because I'm
Yeah, he's on his way.
mm-hmm.
Let's come by your house first, I guess.
Oh, sure. They probably already made a plan through here. Like they're talking to each other through the. Oh yeah, okay. You come get me. We'll go.
That's what he's
Hey,
doing.
Tig, so good to see you. The tapping on the windows and the walls is so.
Hi, Tiggs.
entirely. Yeah, you have a few there. Well, it was the place not rented for a while.
Well, I don't know, but it's a big house, and I knew when I looked at the house that it had something, but I can't go over there, not right now, and
Oh yeah.
so I can't go over and exactly tell her what's going on. But and I don't for starters and that, and I'd have to have some energy probably went in that house.
Oh yeah. Well, I think Sammy actually has me about. Well, we'll see what the boys say when they get back.
Sammy's got what it takes to get rid of whatever it is there,
But
and
you,
she just used it.
well, yeah. But maybe if you have me on Messenger, what we could do is you can Messenger call, and at least if you do the video, you could see. We
Danny's
could
helped
see.
her. Danny's helped her before. She knows what to get and what to use and
Mm,
what to do for anything negative. So she knows what to do on that. Um, I mean, yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
yeah, of course we can, because then we can see, and then tell her exactly. That's how Danny helped me the first time. It was on video. I called. We got on a call, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. This thing is scratching me. All this stuff, and it's just like showing me around the room. And when I showed him, it's like,
Well, this one's not gonna like
and he was like, bah, 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 bah.
the one that's there is not gonna like her talking to me at all. I feel it. So that tells me it's leery of me. I've had that happen before.
Mhm.
They're like, oh no, she's gonna
Well,
make us
some of
leave.
them I did a Sinister Sunday on a place, and I like to talk to them sometimes. So I'll try. I'll be like, hey, can we talk to the spirit there? Is there really a spirit there? And like the one lady from the Brown house, the brown lady from Raymond Hall, but not the one here, the one in England. She doesn't want to leave there. She doesn't want to come out of the house because her husband kept her like in the house because he was jealous.
Yeah,
She was always in that house. She's afraid to walk out of the house. She doesn't want to cross over. She just wants to stay in the house. She doesn't want to bother anybody. I mean, people see her sometimes because spiritual people see things and whatever. But
right,
she doesn't want to. She doesn't want to bother anybody. That's her house. She's staying there, and leave her alone. You know.
right,
So she doesn't want someone coming there and trying to get her out. She just
right.
wants to be left alone, which is fine. And that's why she would be weary of it. I don't force people to cross over, but I give
Yeah,
them
that's not why this
I
one is.
I give them an out, like you want to come and go, but I'm not gonna bother you if you want to stay. Just don't bother anybody, and then
Right.
that's it. Stay wherever you want. I don't care. Sometimes they come and stay here. It doesn't matter. Because here is safe because the protector's here and whatever. So sometimes they'll just be like, not quite ready yet. Can I hang out? Yeah, go ahead. Talk to the neighbor ghost. He loves that shit. He gets pissed. He's like, you have to bring the whole freaking world here. He's like, every single dead person is in your yard. I'm like, stop it. His older is like 70 something. And he's like just a cranky old. Kim, you saw him. Remember you said he was staring at me? That's the one. That's the name of Kim. Kim, one time we were on a call and she's like, who is that ghost stand the spirit standing behind you? I'm like, that's the neighbor's ghost. He used to try to scare me. He used to be like, fear me. And I'm like, no. Now he's cool because I helped him with something. But spirits are just like us in that way. They're on their own journey and their own time and pace. That's right. Yeah, like everything else. They, you know, they're just humans without a body. So they have the same traits. So, yeah, of course, sometimes they're not ready. They're waiting for someone. They're stuck in their ways. All came across those people in life, and there's those people in death. you know, So, yeah. Does anybody have any ideas what spirituality um from what culture they want to go over next week? Since we did the Tao Tai Tao Te Ching, which is it was based out of China. Um but it's used all over the world, that text. It, that text has been translated more than any literature in the whole world, even Bible. So, like, that was an interesting one. Then we did last week, we did Tibetan, because Sherry wanted to learn about Tibetan spirituality.
Buddhism.
I was thinking Druids, but I said, well, let's ask them. Maybe they have an idea.
Druid would be good.
Buddhism might be kind of pretty close to regular, because I went over what they took from the Buddhism, and it talked a little about Buddhism. So we could do that at the end. So we're not like, we only talked about Buddhism. Yeah, I remember. That's what I said, Kip. Yeah, I know you remember that guy. That's Adam. That's the neighbor. I call him the neighbor's ghost. He's waiting on his wife. He won't go anywhere until his wife goes. That's like the lady my daughter's got the house from. Her husband's spirit is still here. He hangs out in the basement. Yeah. He's not going anywhere. It's his house. He's not ready to go yet. Yeah. So, but there's a lot of spirits in the neighbor's yard. I caught pictures of them. I put it on my, even on my community page. There was one. Oh my God, so bright looking at me. I was like, but it wasn't Addison. He liked to make stuff so that where he is at. Oh, in the basement. He used to make stuff in the basement. He was like a craftsman. The house seems quiet spirit-wise. Well, that's good, Scott. Yeah, you'll get once in a while somebody follow your wife.
Yeah, I don't want one that's calling it negatively. I'll know. I'll know when I get it what it's got, what it ain't got.
Oh yeah,
the work house. This one here's got part negativity in this building, and I think it'd be better when I'm away from all of it.
Yeah, let's hope you don't get anything worse, Mary.
I won't. I'll know.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, well you'll have to send Alicia or
what
somebody check it out first, because
the only reason why it's like it is here is because it moved in after I did.
Yeah.
And so that's meaning I, have to deal with it. I have to deal with it. It stays on its turf and I'll stay on mine.
You need to come stay with us, Mary. Mary's not doing that.
Nope. Not if I can help it.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, when the boys come back, we'll go in. It could be. Kim, is there still any of his stuff around besides the workbench? Like, is there a piece of his work? That's nice. After I cleanse, yeah. He doesn't bother us at all. Well, he's just minding his own business. Just let me stay on my workbench. Whatever you do, don't move or touch the workbench. Then he'll be bothering you. Where the hell is my bench? That would
Maybe that's
not
what
be
the
nice.
guy down there, and maybe that's what he's doing down there in Sammy's basement. Maybe he's working on something.
Oh, well, that's what the banging is. Maybe he's
Maybe
building.
he's got a project
Building.
on there.
Either that or, when he was alive, he buried someone down there and he's
He,
reliving
he's
burying that
building,
person
building a
down in the freaking
guillotine.
basement.
What did you say? That I'm coming here and what?
I said that maybe in life he buried someone in that basement and he's
Oh,
reliving that moment, burying that person in the wall or some shit.
oh well.
Has happened.
Now you got her all freaked out.
That's all right. The bones are still there. You won't know unless you knock down the wall.
Like they were there. I guess the first night somebody tried to break in Wendy's bedroom window.
Uh-uh. You guys gotta research the don't
Yeah,
the
that's not
building
me.
stuff,
I'm
right?
not moving where that's going to happen. I mean, we've never had anything bad happen here as far as that goes. I know they did, they other people got into it here, but we haven't had any issues anyway. But
Yeah, but well, yeah,
it is not
you
good.
got your protectors there, so that's not happening. But
Yeah,
you guys don't research to make sure nobody died in a place before you put a down payment. Now I'm like, history of this house. Like I see the past buyers, what the hell went on there. I
it's
heard
who back, Sammy? Who are you talking about?
loud bangs in
Oh, you
window.
talking about my spirit guide? No, he's not back yet.
Other than earrings, I had to salt
He'll
today.
he'll go to Christina's first before he comes back here.
Mm. Then I'll get hot. We had to move in a hurry. Our old landlord got in trouble. Oh, yeah. That's why I do. I remember when I first okay, I'm gonna come to my grandmother's house. It's my grandmother's house. My grandmother lived here before. Her grand her it was my whole family has lived in this house. Actually, in my walk-in apartment. It hadn't had any other renters except one lady for 20 years, and I met the lady. And I came here when she was here before she moved. So it was like I already knew what the deal was. So I was like, oh, it's fine. Um, but yeah, I was like, I'm not moving until I check all the history. And even like in Long Island, I checked the history, but it lied. Like it said there was no like slave houses and stuff in where I was living, but there was. And actually one burned down on the land that my house was on, my trailer. Oh man, we had tons of spirits there. I was like, no. Actually Long Island, it was terrible for you're a big fat cat. Where'd you come from? You must live somewhere because somebody's feeding you. Oh crow. Don't eat my pumpkins. Something attached to a pair of my mom's earrings that had been under the bed. Penelope said it was negative, so I talked to Danny about it, and him and she told me how to take care of it.
Yeah,
Wow.
I seen that conversation, Kim.
He said it was the scariest place he ever lived. Oh man. It's hard to find out individual history of an individual apartment when renting. Yeah, but at least like the history of the street, the block, because that makes a difference too. Because I had crossed over. I remember before I moved here, I came to visit um my aunt. My grandmother had just went into the nursing home, and I saw this story about the white lady in Astoria, and I'm like, what? I go to my aunt. Let's walk over there. I want to do a spirit box and whatever. I caught that white lady on. They talked to me on the spirit box. They told me to wait, and I said, wait. They showed themselves on the camera, two of them. Um, and after they told me to wait, I crossed them over. But because back then the block was a plantation, that whole plantation she owned with her husband and I think the slave killed her husband and her kids, and she tried to flee and get away, and she drowned in the Hudson. She went back and she was there with the kids, and they stayed on that block. The whole block was full of them. The whole block, because back then, like I said, it was a plantation. It was her plantation, so it was a whole big, um, yeah, funny. And that was one of those stories that really weren't told unless you lived there, like, and really researched it. Because if you looked online to find out about it, anyway, nobody else is gonna tell those stories anymore because I crossed them all over. Danny's like, "You're gonna just unhaunt everything?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Unhaunt everything." It's an old house built in 1899, but can't find any history. Wow, how can you not find any history on a house that old? Yeah, yeah, that's what happened. Back then, that's what happened. They were like a Ritchie family and they had a plantation, and they had the story because they were Ritchie people. They weren't Ritchie people; they wouldn't have had their story. But when the slaves revolted, killed the husband and the kids, she ran, and it's not too far to the Hudson, like from here to Astoria Park, and drowned in the Hudson. So yeah, Evie, I'm gonna unhaunt everything. He's like, because I was like, oh, maybe I'll get a cute haunted house, but with nice spirits, right? He's like, why? You can cross them over. There's no point in getting a haunted house. It won't be haunted after a day. And I'm like, well, that's true. He's like, you're just gonna help everybody go to the other side. That's your job, right? And I'm like, yes. So yeah, it's true. Because I was looking, I remember at this one house, and I'm like, look, Danny, there's two spirits in the window. He's like, just tell them to come to your house. You don't have to buy the house. Because it's not going to be haunted. You're going to cross them over, right? I'm like, I guess so. So, yeah,
If they
because
want to cross.
yeah, most of them do. You can't. Yeah, unless it's yeah, I'd have to go to every house, like, and be like to the estate agent, have 5 minutes alone. I re- I have to make sure there's nothing here. They're gonna think I'm crazy. I'm really gonna be like, are you gonna stay or go? If I cross you, because. But then again, funny enough, with all my spirit guides, basically my house is always haunted, right? If you want to technically say, my house is always full of spirits.
Jacoby back yet?
I don't hear them.
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything either.
Ew, it could be Kim. yeah, I would say my ears would be like if they came back, or I'd be really hot because if Jacoby stands next to me, I damn well know. I don't care
Right.
how cold it is outside. If he stands next to me, I'm like, holy shit. And sometimes I think they do it on purpose. Like yesterday too, I was totally fine. I had even the fan on, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my god, it's so hot even with the fan on. And it was chilly outside because I was outside with my sweat outfit on yesterday. So I literally, it might be because they may have went to go get the whole caboodle, and that's why they're not back yet. I went inside. I was ready to do the crossover, and all of a sudden I got so hot, like the fan wasn't even helping. And like I said, it was chilly. I took off I take off my shirt, right? And I'm sitting there in my bra, and I'm like, I think they do this on purpose just so I can undress for them. I think this is what goes on when they're like want a quick thrill. They're like, everybody stand next to her. She'll take off her shirt.
Just stand there and watch this.
Like, watch this. Watch what I can do. I can make her take off her shirt.
I can make her strip.
I get like that with like Guide Freddy. Yeah. So it happens almost every other crossover. I'm like, that's it. This has to come off. Everything has to come off. I'm sitting there with the fan.
And
They
my
need
feet
something
get
to
like
do. That's
freezing
right,
cold.
Scott.
If my feet get really cold and and stuff, and I don't want to turn the air down because then they'll get hot and start stinging. But when they get really, really cold, I'll have him stand down there. It only takes about 5 seconds and they're warmed up.
Yeah, warmed up. That's right.
And like he'll go over and stand by the one that's freezing, and then next thing you know, it's on fire.
Astro's grandson. There you go. Oh yeah, but she might have that, but it's other people there too. She has a few, obviously. Ones that knock on the window, ones that hang out in the bed. Okay, give me 1 second.
Well, Freddie must be Jacoby's brother. They must be brothers, unless it's by different child. Because mine is a nephew not nephew, grandson. Jacoby's grandson to Astro too. And this is how I get it.
Okay. Now, all right, I'll tell you the story. The two boys are still there, but the other one came back. Tell you the story, Sammy. So you have three that are fine. They're okay. They're regular spirits. They're not ready to cross yet. You just want to hang out. They won't bother you. Two not nice ones that the boys are going to take care of. But you'll still have to cleanse whatever after that. But at least it's something they can take care of. You necessarily don't. But you'll still have three, so you might see them or hear them, but they're not bad. Those three that are gonna hang out. There's five together. That's what they said. Five. Three are okay. They're gonna stay there, and two not nice ones.
Well, they're not nice ones. That's the basement ones, and that's the ones that's tapping and hitting the floor and making all the noise.
Probably.
Yeah,
I'm assuming to annoy.
it
Yeah,
is.
of course.
It is.
Oh,
They're
sorry.
doing
I'm
it on
trying to have a
purpose.
cigarette, so I'll turn off the camera, but I'll talk to you guys. So.
Oh yeah, Kim. Yeah, Jacoby's not here, so I couldn't ask him.
Yeah.
He's still there taking care of business, I'm sure.
Yeah. Because he didn't come back. It was they obviously brought a few people, and the one came back.
No, they probably called Grandpa.
Yeah. So they went to take care of it. So yeah.
That shit quieting down, Sammy.
Mhm. Yeah, because the three good ones, they're just not ready to leave. They might be the original owners. I didn't ask. I could sit down. But the three good ones are not going to bother you, obviously. They're just hanging out where they feel comfortable. They're not ready to cross yet, because I asked. I said, yeah, if they're good, bring them. They don't want to go yet. I'm like, okay. Do we know what they were? They didn't say. I could ask them. But I think it's just, I'm pretty sure they're
It's
human
regular spirits.
spirits. They're just,
It's
yeah.
regular spirits.
They're human spirits. They're just fucked up human spirits,
What I'm saying is that, yeah, she said she thought it was something else totally, but it's
No.
not. No, there's spirits.
No, that's why the other ones are able to take care of them, because they're regular.
Right.
They're human spirits. They're just fucked
But
up.
I felt they were spirits before that. I mean, they just got the negative going. They're honoring.
Yeah, they're just vengeful. That one that was scratching me, that crazy one, the ones with their hand marks on me and everything. They're just vengeful or pissed off, fucking ass spirits.
Right.
Like,
They're
fucked
P.
up.
They got PMS. They got PMS permanently. That's what it is.
The twisted humans are the fucking worst out of everybody. Out of you rather deal with a cryptid than a twisted human.
Smithy, you know you're not crazy.
No, you're not crazy. That's right. So PMS permanently, yeah. Yep. But the human spirits really are the worst.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. They got PMS permanently.
Uh-huh. You're welcome, Sammy. Oh, really? Oh, so there's Sammy, a woman there. One of three is a woman, a spirit. I don't know. She seems to be. She likes you, basically. So she'll probably talk to you. She's a nice lady, they say. Anyway, she feels connected to you. So you might hear and see her, so don't get nervous.
Is she short?
Don't get nervous.
Is she short? Because it could be Wendy's mother.
Okay. Oh, is it Wendy's mother? Let me ask them that. Yes. Oh, okay. Well, she must know Wendy's mother.
And there's probably David, the father.
Oh, maybe you're saying maybe those are the three people are people.
Yeah, I got three people.
Oh, the three are people you know. Yeah, well that's as long as it's people you know. Actually, they were probably protecting you then from the two shitty.
I think so. It'd be Juanita, David, and I think the other one's probably Davy, her brother, Wendy's brother.
I just heard that the lady's gonna talk to her. So I'm assuming. So don't get nervous, they said. Okay, I'll tell her. Don't get nervous.
Yeah, Diane, ask.
Yes, of course. We could do all that.
Let her. I gotta mute for a second, okay?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm here, guys. I'm just having a cigarette, so that's why you don't see me on camera. But I'll be back in a second. Hmm. Oh, it's getting chilly again. All I do, guys, is like edit videos. So now I finished Thursday yesterday night. So now I have to do Sundays. I had to get Saturdays done for the member shout out. Saturdays will probably be member shout out videos all the time. It'll be a craft or cooking or whatever I video. And it will be the member shout out for anybody who's a member of the channel. And then I might do a subscriber one too, where I put some subscribers. Oh, you know what was fun? I did the subscriber story shout out for New Year's. Maybe I'll try another one of those. We'll see what we could do. We're just waiting for Diane's question. Okay. I have lived in this woman's house for 5 years. She's 83 and driving me nuts. I helped take care of her father-in-law till he passed, and then the same when her husband passed. I have to move on and out for my own good and peace. Oh, she's driving you nuts, huh? You don't take care of her. You just living there. Now you're just living there as a tenant. Mary, you're still on mute, just so you know. She might have forgot to unmute herself. Okay, she's talking.
Yeah, I just had to. I had to do something.
Oh no, that's fine. I just didn't know, like, if you were still doing something or you forgot. 'Cause sometimes I forget to unmute myself, and I'm over here talking, and like can't hear you. I'm like, shit.
No, I knew I was still on mute. I'm not sure I'm completely done yet, but we'll see.
Oh.
And there's more. It's got to be more to the story here. So I think that's just
Yeah, and
that's the beginning of it. So because there's no question in that.
good in peace. I got you, Diane.
What's the question, Diane? I mean,
Maybe she wants to know if it's a good idea. Should she move out?
I mean, if she has the money for her own peace of mind, I would. I mean, I can't tell her yes or no, but if she has the money to move and can do it without causing her hardship, yeah, I'd do it.
Yeah. Don't know where to go. Well, yeah, that's always the problem. But if you find a place, look,
Diane, where you live? What state do you live in?
Idaho, remember with the potato?
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I'll never forget where Diane lives because I'll always remember the flying potato for New Year's. Hey, Colt.
Hi,
I
Cole.
want to. Yeah. Yeah, no, if you want to. I've been praying on it, but I don't know where to go. Yeah. It's just, just gotta look, and eventually, when it's the right time, something will pop up, and it'll be like, I'm going. That's where I'm going.
Okay, let me ask you this. Are you low income? I mean, it's none of my business, but I mean, do you have the money to move on? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. Or,
To their place.
well, she takes care of the older people. Maybe, maybe you can get a living job with a person who's not driving you crazy.
You can
You know,
get that through agencies. You can go to agency and live with somebody for 4 days a week and 4 or 5, and then take the other 2 and just stay in a hotel or something. I mean, if it's what you got to do, you got to do. I mean,
yeah,
or go back to where you're at now and
just
just stay with
days a
her
week. Yeah.
a couple days a week with her. I mean, I don't know. There's options there.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm sure though that there's people that need live-ins permanent. That have a room. You're gonna live there. You're gonna take care of them. They're gonna pay you the state, and it'll be all good. But I will
Are
pray
you
with
wanting to
you.
know if we see where you're going to move to, or if we see that you're going to be able to find a place and all that? I mean, I can't see it, but we could ask the spirits and see what they say. But I mean, I'm just saying.
My
I don't
brother's
know.
farmhouse was built in 1718. I've never visited his house before because his wife doesn't want anyone over to the house, and she didn't visit with my folks. And when I went up to New York, so they have a beautiful farmhouse that was built in 1718. And his wife doesn't let anybody in. I would be like, yo, bro, let me tell you something. You dumped that fucking bitch. Sorry, excuse my language. But, the hell's wrong with you?
Oh wow, Debbie, it's crazy. Deborah, rather.
Yeah, this WhatsApp app is driving me freaking crazy. Like,
I don't know, Diane. I mean, we can ask the spirits. I mean, if they can tell us, or stuff. There's some stuff they can't tell us. So I mean, literally. So
how do I get out of this? I don't know how they put me in here.
right now, my guide's not back yet. So he's taking care of business. I have to ask when he comes back. I mean, I guess Alicia, but I don't hear her as well as I do Jacoby. I don't know why, but I just don't. Um,
I had to get rid of. They're talking about banks and all this other shit, and I'm like, why you add me to group? Hey, Shelly, how are you? Yeah, I tried saying that in a loving way to my brother. Yeah, because like, what's wrong with that? Something wrong with that. Like, I would never, like, my family's nuts. But if they asked me to come visit me, I would say okay. If I didn't clean my house or something, I would tell them, oh, come sit in the back with me. I didn't mop or anything. But I'm not telling them he can't come to my house. You know.
Hi, Shelly. Hi, Cassie.
Um. Yeah, Diane. So what I'll do is after the stream, I'll see if you know, I'll see. I'll
Yeah,
get
I
you
was
a
gonna say
messenger, and I'll see if
I gotta wait till he comes back before I can.
I'll see if they have any info for you. Oh, it's getting chilly. Chilly. I brought my desert sweater out.
It's supposed to be. You know what? This weekend is supposed to be cold. In the evening, it's supposed to be. That's here. It's supposed to be like only like 75 during the day and like in the 40s at night. I was
Yeah,
like,
and
you got to be
like
kidding me.
I planted thinking, oh, well, last year we had an Indian summer. So September, when Danny came to visit, right around this time,
Right.
we're in the 90s, sweating to damn death. Okay?
Well,
Sweating
I know,
to
but it's never
death.
the. It's never cool like this. Even this early on, it's not.
Yeah, no,
I
it
mean,
was
August.
like,
I had 70-degree weather in August. That's unheard
yeah.
of. But we
So
did.
last year we had that Indian summer. It didn't hit, you know, cold until October 30th. And then it was cold, like all the plants died, everything. It was a frost. I planted earlier this year thinking, oh, I'm going to make it through. But the plants are not doing good. They're not liking this. The excessive rain, they got pissed off. It was raining for 10 days straight. Now it's cold. They're just like, fuck you. His wife has obsessive compulsive personality disorder. I think he has that phobia where you don't want to leave the house. My girl thinks he can counsel her. Oh, Lord. Well, she could stay in the house, but she has to have other people come over. Or he needs to build her a little house on the property and shove her in there and then invite people over. Like, you stay here in the mother-daughter house.
You see her mind thought, you know.
Oh, I didn't get their names. They just told me the one lady wants feels a connection with you. She wants to talk to you. Um, but I didn't ask. Not that my house is dirty, but they are coming to see you if your house is clean. That's true. Oh, okay. Well, Diane, I'm gonna do all that for you when I get off of here. I'm gonna ask them and research it. There is probably a deity of that because there's a deity for everything. There's a little house like that on the property. See, why doesn't he shove her in there and then just invite his family over for the night? Listen, hon, look, I made you all comfy. Here's a TV. Here's a book. That was the last question. You're fine, Diane. Oh, you're fine. I'm gonna look that up for you. So yeah, that's where I would put her.
I don't know about the third one, Sammy, being Davy or not. I don't know if it's Davy, but I know that two of them is David and Juanita. So the
Who's
other one's
standing
bound to be a
behind
family
you?
member.
Could be anyone, but I'm thinking it's Jack. Is it? Redhead?
Oh no, I haven't looked. Let me look.
I'm asking Sam.
I know. I'm okay, Shelly. I'm a little better than I was. How are you doing? Has anybody heard from Boomer?
No, I have to message him. I was thinking about him today, and I was like,
Me
damn, I
too.
should message him.
Me too is on my brain today all day.
Yeah, he
And
said
it, and
the
it,
phone is
and if
still
you was
working. So,
and you was thinking about him too, yeah, we
yeah.
need to message him, make sure he's okay. Let me do that.
Nope, nope. What's the nope, nope? The nope, nope is the red hair of the person standing behind me. Can you all see them?
I haven't looked.
Well, Scott and Deborah both said nope. So are they saying no to the red hair or?
Uh, I said if anybody has heard from Boomer, they may be answering that.
Oh, that's what they're answering. I wonder who it is. I found my DNA test. They proving my dad's my dad. Oh, that's good. I haven't heard from. Oh, dark brown hair. Dark brown. Dark brown. Oh, teenager. Um, don't kill me, sweetheart. Your name is gonna come to me any second. Because usually it's Jack and damn, it starts with an A. I'm right there, sweetheart. I really am. Lord, I don't have my little book where I write down all their names. I have like at least 70 kids hanging out at any time. Um, oh my God, I can't see them. What happened to me? Well, they only let see them sometimes who they want to see them, who they're trying to talk to at the time, maybe. Um, you know. Um, damn, somebody tell me his name. I know I said I'd get it, but I can't damn remember. That's Jack's friend. Tall. He looks older, but he's like 17. I know it starts with an A. I'm pretty sure anyway. Frick me. Aiden! Thank you, Kim. Holy shit. Thank you, Kim. Aiden. Thank you. Yes, it's Aiden, right? Ah, good thing Kim knows. It's
No,
Aiden.
he hasn't
Yeah.
been able to live stream lately, you guys, and he hasn't been doing any live streams lately. Not able to at the moment, and he's on a break anyway. But we all know how to get a hold of him personally. Uh, but anyway, I see you heard from him the other day. I heard from him here. Well, I mean, it hasn't been that long ago, but
Yeah. No, well, it's been a good month for me. I think I haven't heard from him. It just popped in my head. Well, there you go, Kim.
that's crazy.
Exactly Aiden,
It
because he's
it
the
was
one who always used to stand near the coat rack when I
it
used
was
to
a
do them
month
inside in
month
the winter.
today. It was a month today last time I talked to him.
Hmm. Yeah. Thank you, Carrie. Yeah, Aiden. Kim got it. She's very attractive over there. I think she's with someone, but he's out of the camera shot. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. That's Okay, wait. Let me get my book. I'm gonna tell you. Mary's gonna keep you company for 1 second.
Okay, Alfie, who's Alfie? Aiden. I'm reading the chat, y'all. Saying he's got dark brown hair. And Shelly, you can't see whoever's standing there? But Shelly usually sees.
So I can't function without my without my book, because there's
Yeah. They may have
all
left.
all these all. You see all the names? Okay. Um. So the lady in the dress, which would be fine. She's fairly new here. She's fairly new here. Oh, the guy. Okay, so the guy is probably Steven. He's 24. But and it's Reniska's 22. She's the one in the dress. Yeah, I can't remember.
With the
Can't
pillbox
remember
hat on.
everybody's name, but I got it all. Because anybody usually under 25 who's not ready to cross, and they'll ask me, I'll hear them on this.
Right.
Ask her, can I stay? Like when I'm doing a crossover, and I'm like, okay. 28th birthday. There you go. But yeah, like recently I've had a lot of older ones, which is usually surprising because I usually have younger 17, 20, 24, 15, 19, 22, 21. So yeah, I had some older ones recently. Linda's 22, yeah. But usually they're like under 10. I have I don't know, at least 50 under 10.
Oh, you mean the kids at your house? Yeah. They're all
Yeah,
like babies, really.
yeah, they're little ones.
They're under 10 years old, yeah, most of them.
And then the older ones, just recently the older ones sing, but because I had Jack and Aiden, they're 14, but they look older. And then like I got a 17-year-old, and then that 17-year-old Amanda, I don't know, she found a whole bunch of 17-year-olds. So I had a ton of them. I have 3, I call them the triple Amandas. 3 Amandas that are 17. You're hanging out with the triple Amandas? Like, I can't remember everybody's name. I gotta, like, I got Little Billy, Big Billy, and Mini Billy. And I got, like, I can't sometimes, but my babies. So it's hard because it's a lot of energy all the time. But I try to, I don't see them. So unless they talk to me and show me themselves, and then I could say, oh, okay. Well, they might have came back because I got hot all of a sudden. So, and my head started hurting. Wah! Okay, okay. Yeah, they're back now, the boys. Everything good? Okay, Sammy, everything's good, they said. You're all good. Yeah. I got a third eye headache and I got hot, so I knew that Jacoby and Bella came back. That's what happened. Yes, happy birthday. It's actually the baby's tomorrow. I'm gonna celebrate the spirit girl's birthday. This is how we do, because last year I didn't have so many. I only had 25. And then I invited everybody else's spirits to come have a birthday. So I have like 3 birthday videos, like a show. Yeah, your spirit guides had a birthday. I had presents out for them and everything. This year I'm not as well off, because I don't have a few bucks to spend on presents, although they have enough toys to last them. They have stuffies. There's like 25 stuffies, because when I had 25 of them, I was spoiling them. So, but they share. There's trucks, there's crayons and coloring books, there's books, there's little figures that my son shares with them and everything. Like, you're like a ghost mama because they're younger than you. Yeah, no, that's what I am. I'm the ghost mama. Another lady's there holding a squirmy little boy. So that's Ricky, and she's probably squirmy little boy is probably Billy, little Billy. He's always running around, so she's probably. If I had to guess. Well, now he got down and he's probably running. Yep. Okay. Yeah, kind of. I know like what they're like their energy. So if you tell me kind of what they're doing, I can kind of probably tell you who it is. Riki is like the mama. Like she watches them. Like when all the older spirits are busy. Like when like the elementals and the protectors, when they're busy, she watches all the kiddos. And then I got my little mamas like Julia and Sammy, and they're like little mamas, and they help her watch all the little ones, even though they're 7. But yeah, that's what my house is always crowded. That's why when people ask me, what's the most haunted place you've been to, I'm like, my house on crossover day. Because where else you gonna find 580 spirits? Where else? 500 are crossing over, 80 spirits are hanging out. Nowhere. Tell me a place that has that many spirits. Nowhere. So I always say my house is the haunted. It's not really haunted because I invited them all, but you know. But my house definitely has the most spirits, which is why the neighbor's ghost always gets mad at me. Really? You brought the whole world here. But they're only here for the crossover day, and then they cross over. So, but did they come from live in a building there? They come from all over. A lot of them come from the internet or from you guys, believe it or not. A lot of them will tell me, "Oh, I came from you were watching the craft lady? I came from her house." I'm like, "Why the hell are you at the craft lady's?"
They come from my house. They come from everywhere.
Your spirit guides bring them when they find them. Like, yeah. I had an angel bring 300 people here to cross over. Like a not a high up angel. What do they call them? Like angel guides. I don't know. She's not like an archangel, but she's not a cherub. She's in between that. I don't know what to call those ones, but yeah, she brought 300 people. So they come from all over. I gave Kathy and the kiddos my mother's jewelry box with her costume, earrings, and necklace bracelet for the dress up last Christmas. They loved it. You don't have to spend money. I know, yeah. I make them things, like I made them those little characters. And Danny, I go, "Oh, you have to see what I made the kids." He goes, "I want to see because they were telling me and I don't understand. They said you made the marvelous toy." And I'm like, "I did make the marvelous toy." And out of the can, I made like these little characters out of cans. And it's like, "Oh yeah, that." I said it doesn't go like the like marvelous toy, but it's cool. So I do make them those kinds of things too. I send the Aussies to your place in the Grove. Yep. A lot of times they say Evie's name. Somebody came from Kim the other day. They said Kim's name. Mm, there was someone else. Actually, Kirian. She was in here earlier. One of them came from Kirian's house. Yeah, they follow you guys. Hi, Andre. How are you? So yeah, I always, yeah, because I asked them, can you tell me where you came from, how you found us, how you heard of us, uh, who brought you on the spirit box? So I know, like, because I'm always curious. And some of them will say, some of them said the Fae, they came from the Fae. So maybe, I'm thinking when I watch Sherry, sometimes the Fae will drop off people if they know I'm doing a crossover and she's not doing one at that second, or whatever. So yeah, I have lots of people drop. I had a cemetery guardian come and drop some people off because they didn't want to cross over with the gatekeeper because the gatekeeper is not a human spirit, and they kind of wanted, I guess, more
Sorry,
human.
you guys. I didn't know I wasn't muted.
That's okay.
Yeah, Jacoby takes some over to her all the time.
Hmm. I wonder
Hi,
if my
Andre.
bro visited you. He had blonde curly hair and usually wore a black hat. A Joker spirit because he liked clowning around. Oh, well. Most spirits and your spirit guides will come and visit me. Like, because I leave out food for them all the time. Like, I'll make cake. I make cake just for them.
Yeah, she feeds mine all the time.
Cake. I have coffee 3 times a day for them. Cake. I make cake for them. The other day I made them a nice omelet. Cut it all up. Here's for the deities. Here's for the protector. Here's for the humans. Here's for the elementals. I have 4 dishes. Okay, like I don't mess around. you know. And a lot of them just come for the coffee. That I'll hear them be like, Sherry's house. Yeah, probably. So, a lot of them will come. They come by to eat, and then I'll never forget when Astro came by. I'm like, oh, he loves cake, Astro. I'll tell Astro I have cake, And so he came, and I felt him. I knew it wasn't Jacoby, and I was like, oh. So I was talking to him, and I don't know what I was asking him, right? And so I knew he was there because I was hot, but he ate and he left. Didn't give a fuck what I was saying, right? And all of a sudden I got a chill, and I'm like, really? I'm in the middle of having a conversation and he leaves? I'm like, how fucking rude. Do I have more than one? Okay, so I'll tell you, mostly everybody has more than one spirit guide, okay? Because you have your ancestral bloodline guides. You'll have 2 of those. They are not related to you directly, but they're in the bloodline. And they're like the elders, ancestral ones. Everybody has 2 of those. And you have your regular spirit guide, and you usually have an animal totem of sorts. So usually everybody has 4. It's very rare that you have less than 4 because you have the 2 elders, your spirit guide, and the animal totem. Just in case. He loved Asian food because my sister-in-law was from Taiwan. Oh, how nice. I'll have to ask if he's ever come by. What's his name? I don't know. I heard Ryan. I don't know if that's your brother's name or if that's someone else that's trying to talk to me right now. But I heard a name Ryan. You play cello music? He may show up, especially Yo-Yo Matt. Oh, Jonathan, like my son. Oh, nice. Does anybody know a Ryan? Because there is a Ryan talking to me. Um, I do play music for them during the crossover, but it's usually kiddo music. Um, but I've heard the name Jonathan on the Spirit Box a lot. I always assumed they were talking about my son, but could have been saying your brother was here. But okay, Ryan, what's the matter? Ryan, you're here. Yes. Okay. Do you want to cross over? Yeah. Okay. So after the live stream, we do that. Okay. You want to hang out? Okay. Uh-huh. I know a Ryan, but no. A deceased Ryan is what we got, you know. Yeah, we're gonna eat. So after the live stream, we're gonna eat. Then we're gonna do crossover. If anybody want to know, you don't have to talk my ear off. We're gonna do a crossover after we eat. After this and after we eat, because I didn't eat. And they only had cereal today, which I'm sure they weren't thrilled about. Nope, not a deceased one, but he did ghost me. There you go. But Ryan must have came from somebody's house. Yeah, although you just might not know him, he might have just followed someone home. I didn't know that new info uploaded. Oh, today's video were you talking about, Scott? Yeah, at 7:30 it goes out. Um, thought you would like that joke. Yeah. I did like that joke. Mm-hmm. Well, we have 12 more minutes. We'll cut it off at 2 hours. What do you think, Mary?
That's
Yes,
whatever.
10 for good buddy. And then I can eat, feed them, feed me, and do a crossover and play June's Journey because that's what I gotta do next. Evie, did you put coffee? Don't put coffee and not tell me. By the way, Evie, and Kim, you still here? Kim and Evie. Funny enough, I'm watching football. Good for you. Um,
They're gonna play June's Journey. I'm telling you, they're all hooked on it.
we're hooked on it. Guess what they did? I opened my last part, and they put a map thing on the bottom, and they gave me. Remember, Kim? I was like, oh my god, they have to give me another island. They did. They did give me another island. I was over here revamping the whole thing because I'm like, I'm not gonna have any
Hi,
room,
Christine.
you know. And yeah, they gave me another island. Yes, they. Oh, hey, why did you not tell me you put coffee? Anyway, I'll show you my other island. Hello. Turn off the sound. Yeah. Awesome. Yes. Because I was like, I revamped the whole thing to make all this room. And then they gave me a whole other, I mean, it's a little island, but still, it's a beachfront property off of my island. It's called, like this one is Orchard Island, and I think that one's like Sunflower something or other. Yes! Okay, wait. Oh, yes, she put up coffee and she didn't tell me. How dare she? Two coffees. No. Okay. All right. Oh, somebody left me a flower too. So you see, where am I here? So down where your book is, there is a map next to where the cash register is. See, they gave me another little place right there. Ooh. It's called Sunflower Island. Okay, let's click on it. I show you. Come on, I want to go to Sunflower Island. There it is. It's little, but it's a little island. There you go. Yes. So just when I thought, oh crap, how long can I play this game? I'm not gonna have any room. They gave me a whole other island. And since they have a map, I'm assuming they're gonna give me more islands when I finish that one too. Just keep me going with the islands. So yeah, I love this game, guys. They made me like it won't let me do anything more in the detective area. Oh, because you need to pay 25 coins because you ran out of time. I show ya. There's the detective area. You and Evie are both stuck. So, Evie, you were trying to catch up to me with 18, Evie.
I guess
So,
I'm gonna start playing the damn thing so I can be there with y'all.
Leah Universe, that's me. So
Are your friends on there?
I played 26. Evie paid 18. But so you see your blue thing? Blue. That means you ran out of time and the police officer stopped you. Yes. And then when you hit that, you see the police officer standing in your spot. If you hit the police officer, it says, in order for you to access it, you need to pay 25 gems. I don't want to be a bother. I hope you'll have a minute for me after. Yes, of course I will, darling. Because while dinner's cooking, what's the app called? June's Journey. Hi, Christine. When you sneak in? Probably when I was eating Evie's coffee. Drinking Evie's coffee. Yeah. But anyway, they made me, because I play so damn much, shame on me. If you go to our group, which is called Poseidon's Rise, see, they made me the queen. I got a little crown, and then I could see what everybody's doing. So I made 1,430 points. Are you still there? Made 90. Evie made 460. Krista made 170. WizKid made 60. And Kim, which is all in the pockets, 120. And altogether we have 230. And that's it. And we are in which place? I'm trying to keep us over the 3. We're in second place. Because that first team, holy crow, the first team has 11,545. They must have every person on that team playing. But anyway, I got rid of, because we were like stuck with all these people who didn't play. So the 2 lowest, I got rid of them. So that we have 2 spots open for people who want to play. Anyway, so under the 11,545, we're 2,330, and under us is 540. So we're definitely going to stay in the get promoted. Promoting to inspector. Because that's what we got to do. Anyway, it has all these mini games. Look, did you see the mini game? Guys, did you see? By the way, whoever plays this. Did you see that they had the little hat again? Hi, Thor! But it was only 25 this time instead of the 41. And you know what it gave you? Let's see if you could see it. I don't know because it's so funny. Hello. I don't know if you could see it. It's two people tying a lady to the train tracks. Anyway, I won that from them today. I love the mini games. That's how you win them. Oh, I drank Evie's coffee, and then it gave me a thing. Anywho, that's what we do in the morning. We play June's Journey. We play June's Journey. Isn't that funny? That's, yeah. You can play that. You just need tickets. And it gives you a few. And then if you just play the regular game, it will give you the rest of the tickets.
I'm gonna have to play it so I can be here with y'all.
Yes. Oh my God. It's addicting. Shoot. Find your apartment first because you'll be stuck on that damn game. I have a regimen now. Get up, play June's Journey, collect everything, see if there's any new things going on. And then I run over to Monopoly Go because I just have to put the blockers on so nobody destroys my houses. See if anything's going on over there. I'm getting it set up now. Oh, we love this game. Yes, we're in Poseidon's Rise. Well, are you friends with me on Facebook? Because then when you join, when it says join through Facebook, Christine, then you'll find me, Kim, Krista, and Evie there.
Hi, Thor.
Oh yeah.
If she's queen, what am I?
The queen in the game.
Oh, okay.
They
Now Thor said, "Hail, Queen Christina."
Oh, hail Queen Christina. Yes. I am the queen. I am the queen of crossovers, Mary. I don't think anybody in the world has crossed over as many spirits as me. That's living. A living person. Okay. Now I'll just boost myself a little. You just don't have to correct me. Nice. It says jewelry thief. I have 348 badges, but when I go to investigate it, what do you mean? I get on a call with you.
I'm a shining beacon of joy.
Let me see what happens. Now the Whiz Kid has the jewelry. No, you're good. You should be able to do it now.
You know, I've been told that I have like this aura around me when people see me. I've been told that here on YouTube.
Mm. Well, the spirits, I'm sure, tell me they can see me. Now it's letting me. Okay. Hey, what happened? The light turned off. It got dark. The light deterred me from saying what I was gonna say. Totally between June's and because like the spirits will say they can see it too. Like I guess because I do the crossovers. They say they can. So some of them just follow the aura, which is probably why they can all come through the internet.
And I've been told mine's white. I don't know.
Yeah, we're friends on Facebook. Yeah. So when it asks you to like connect the Facebook friends, go yes, connect Facebook friends, and then you'll see us. You'll find us. We'll be there. I'm Leah Universe. Evie is Evie.
Thank you.
Kim is all in the pockets. I think Krista. So.
Very little tea in there when I got in there. So.
We need to have a private call so we could all get together and coordinate. Yes. Yeah, it is. Mary, is your guy going to be done taking care of business later? Your spirit friend maybe has something to tell me. Again, oh, yes, maybe Jacoby, but like I said, Diane, probably they could tell me. I just have to concentrate. And when I'm doing the live, sometimes I can't concentrate as much as if, you know, I sit at the table and go, okay, wait, talk to me. You know, talk to me. I want to ask you a
Yeah,
question.
it's got to be quiet so I can concentrate to hear them. Like I have to have quiet around me. That's why sometimes I mute, I listen, or
Yeah.
I just get quiet myself and
Oh,
turn
that's
the
why
computer.
I muted before when they came back to tell me about Sammy. I had to mute to hear them, to
Right.
concentrate on them, about the live stream and pictures and all this. Yeah, it's easier because otherwise you just get a massive third eye headache and it's like it won't go away. The other, I don't know what I had for 2 days one time, and I was just like, guys, I can't bother. I can't. I can. I have like nothing would clear it. I just had to wait.
Yeah,
So
you had fog going like a
yeah, like,
your hearing was messed up
and it
and
wasn't even my hearing. It was my whole head was like all.
right.
And then I
Foggy
tried
head,
the
so I said.
clearing. I tried everything, and nothing was working. And I'm just like, it must be too much energy or something. And I was like, okay, fine. I just gotta lay down and not do anything and not hear anything, please. They didn't. They really, and until the, so I had thank God it was on my 2 days off, and then after
Yeah,
that
you needed a break.
another crossover, and I was like, okay, we have the crossover now. I'm sorry for letting me. Thanks for not talking, guys. I'm sorry. Whatever, you talk now. But I'm gonna cross you now and whatever, and that was it. Like it was 2 days. I had a massive, just a massive third eye headache. So I was like, okay, but it happens sometimes
That
when
was right after we done all that. We was on a private call or something.
well, it
I
might have
don't
been.
remember. Oh, maybe we was with when I don't know.
I was getting like a prickling in my third eye area. Yeah. But when they try to show you things and when they're talking to you through, and trying to project like pictures or thoughts or visions through your third eye gets, you get blockage. Good
Yep.
night, Andre. So you have to do your clearing. Remember I showed you guys that? Take, and you have to do your clearing and you do it 3 times. Like you're throwing it out and you say your intention, you want to clear your third eye, you do that. And then you might have to do that depending on how bad, or how much your intake you're getting 2 to 3 times a day, you know? And sometimes I forget. So I really forgot and just like, phew. Wow, look at you. 3333399. It doesn't matter like what your score is. It just matters if you pass them. So here, let me give you guys a tip too, Kim, so you don't get stuck. Depending on, because each board takes a different number of badges. Okay, so you start off, it only takes, I don't know, 10 badges. Oh no, I think it starts with 11 badges. Then it goes to 12. Then it goes to 13. Right. So when you're gonna play one that has the 2 like you did, you only have a half hour to play it, and you have to be able to play both sets, and you have to have at least, if it's 11, let's say, you have to have at least 250 badges. If it's like at 13, you need 315 to play a 2-1. So the 3 I don't even bother with, because sometimes you have to get by, but then you need a lot of them. You need, like, it looks fun though. I'm gonna look later. I'm going into this blindly. Oh, we love it. It's just like you find things. Hi, Sarah. How are you? I hope you're well. Nice to see you again. Oh, you're very welcome, Sarah. So yeah, we're actually on our way out right now because we've been here 2 hours. I did post the video that we played about Hellenism. So it's out on YouTube right now. If you missed this live stream, and you don't feel like going back 2 hours, but you want to see the video, you can go see the video. The video is, I don't know, 10 or 11. It's not more than 12 minutes. You know, the video itself is probably 10 minutes, and you have the intro and outro and whatever. But yeah, but so that video's up, so you can learn all about Hellenism. It was super interesting. Might be one of my favorite religions. I might become this religion. I'll have to find out more about the whole thing, but it's actually really hard because it's taught by generation to generation. It was actually really hard to find information unless someone knows who practices it, who was taught it.
Hi,
There
Christy.
was nothing written on
Hi,
it.
David.
Hi, Christy. How are you? Abnormal paranormal. Love it. Yeah, I'm sorry. We're just heading out. We've been here 2 hours. I have to go eat and do some other stuff. But like I said, you can watch the video on Hellenism, or you can watch back the live stream if you want to hear us yapping. I'm awesome. How are you all? We are lovely. Don't forget to check everybody out. We have a lot of awesome channels in here. And yeah, we will see you next. Of course, I'll be live next Wednesday for card readings, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, between 6 and 6:30. I start Eastern Standard Time, New York time. So come get your cards read and hang out and chitty chat. And then next week, I have not thought of which spirituality we'll go over, but we'll go over something. And then, yeah, we'll do that. I'm always late. It's okay. Yeah, sorry. I'm always 6. I don't know where you are, if you're in Eastern Standard Time, but I'm always right between 6 and 6:30 every time I go live, which is Wednesdays and Thursdays. So, you know. Well, you know, be here.
Good night, everybody. Take care.
Ooh, that is crazy thought. Yeah, I'll play the outro for you guys.
Yeah,
Mary,
see,
thank you.
Christy's the same time I am. She goes on at 5, Christy.
Yeah. Oh, Central.
We do.
So it's 5. Yeah, 5 Central. Good night, everybody. It was so lovely to see you. 13 people here. Thank you so much. We will see
Christy,
you.
I'll see you in Messenger.
Yes, I'll see you in Messenger. We'll talk then, and everyone have a great night. I will put on the lovely outro
All
for
right.
everybody.
Good night again, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Remember, please discard all candy wrappers and popcorn containers in the nearest trash receptacle. Thank you. We are so glad you came. Okay, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye. Is everyone gone? Huh? Good. Oh my gosh, my cheeks are killing me. I can't keep smiling like this anymore. I'm exhausted.